We got to talk about the Ho'oponopono technique because I remember it from last time, but I also don't remember it as a clearing technique. I remembered it as well. Again, I remember the four things. But do you mind talking about that? I know you're probably world famous for it, but could you talk about that one because it's in
Of
the
course,
book?
I love talking about Ho'oponopono, and I've at this point written three separate books about it, and of course use it as a clearing technique in this new book, Your Unlimited Self. Ho'oponopono is incredibly profound. It is a spiritual healing technique that is used for clearing. And what we're clearing is our perceptions that are in the way of recognizing the divine miracle of the moment. And I know that's a mouthful all by itself, but let me back up. The story, in short, is that there had been a therapist who helped heal an entire ward of mentally ill criminals at the state hospital in Hawaii. The punchline here is that he agreed to be there, but he wasn't going to do traditional therapy. The patients were violent criminals. They were shackled or sedated daily, and doctors and nurses, social workers were quitting every day. It was just a hellish experience. He said, I will go and work at that hospital, but I'm not going to work in the traditional way. I'm going to close the door of my office and I'm going to do my own brand of therapy. And what he did was look at his files for those patients, and he practiced this thing that's called Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is a way of changing the inside of you to cause a ripple effect and outer change. So he's looking at the files of these despicable, criminally insane inmates. And as he's looking at it, he's feeling rage, he's feeling embarrassment, he's feeling grief, he's feeling confusion, all kind of things are going through him. And what he's doing is he's closing his eyes, he's going into his heart, he's feeling his emotions. And then as a kind of a prayer, as a kind of petition to what he would call the divine, what these days I just call the great something, he would be saying four key phrases. And the four key phrases anybody can say today: I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. As he would say those four phrases, what he was cleaning and clearing on was his own emotions. This is why it's a clearing technique. He was noticing that his judgment of these files, which were representing these people, was causing him to no longer be at peace. He needed to be at peace. So he's doing I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you as a way to correct the perceptions of what he was seeing on those charts. As he started to feel more at peace, now he feels like he's complete. The miracle happens in a way that I still haven't been able to explain because the outer mirrors the inner. The patients, the ones that were shackled or sedated, started to get better. They didn't have to be shackled. They didn't have to be sedated. Within months, some of them were being pronounced as being whole and healed and released back into society. And all we can see is that the therapist was doing Ho'oponopono. I, of course, heard the story, went looking for the therapist, found the therapist. I co-wrote with him the first book, Zero Limits, telling all of this. We did 3 seminars together, and he passed away this year. But he left a legacy, he left an impact, and he left this technique, Ho'oponopono. So when somebody is sitting there and they're thinking, well, I want to attract health, maybe they're not feeling so great, or they've got something where the medical people are saying that's incurable, or go write your will, go on home because that's it for you. Ho'oponopono would say, look inside yourself and how do you feel about it? How do you feel? Are you angry? Are you enraged because of this? Are you doubting it? Are you fearful? Where are you at emotionally? And Ho'oponopono would be brought in, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, to help you clear your emotions. When you clear your emotions, which is cleaning the subconscious mind, you are now at a place, first of all, of serenity, and second of all, clarity. This means you can look around and you might see options you didn't see before. When you're coming from fear, my God, the blinders are on, you can't see your opportunities all around you. But then when you're at serenity and you can see your opportunities, you can see your choices, you can use wisdom to choose something that may heal you. And if not, you're now at peace, which is what you wanted all along anyway. So Ho'oponopono is incredibly powerful. I have seen it used and heard it used for probably anything anybody would ever mention.
And this doctor, he just was in his office repeating this to himself? He didn't get he didn't get the inmates to do it.
No, he didn't get anybody else to do it. After a while, some of the social workers or nurses would come up to him and say, "We don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, do it for us too." And then other ones would say, "Can you tell us what you're doing?" But as far as I know, and of course I had interviewed the social workers, interviewed Dr. Hulen, who was the therapist, no, he never taught it to them. He was doing it as an inside job.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.